Hello everyone, welcome back to Berrow Motors. I'm Joe, the owner here, and this is what would have been our Car of the Week video. If you watch us on our main channel, Shifting Metal, we do a weekly video, and every week I pick a car of the week. It's usually a car that's arrived that week, and we will do a review video of it here on the Berrow Motors channel. Unfortunately, this week I picked out a car that subsequently very quickly sold, and we don't really want to be going out doing, reviews and driving around a car once someone's paid a deposit for it, so we can't really do that. That car was a Ford Focus automatic Titanium X. It was a very nice car. Problem we had with the Focus going was that we were in a bit of a rush to get this out. As you're watching this on a Friday, we are filming it in the morning. I just thought, you know what, it's a really, really nice car. It's just arrived, and we've not had one of these in stock before, so why don't we just have a look at it together, and I'll kind of talk you through everything that we've got. It's this absolutely gorgeous 2018 Range Rover Velar in a very nice white colour. It looks like it's quite a nice spec. It's got these absolutely huge black alloy wheels on it, and it's got all the black trims and bits and pieces. And as I say, this is the first one that we've ever had in stock, so it's going to be interesting for us to check it out. I have been in these before, and to be honest, I've got a few little gripes with these that, it's not necessarily a massive feature that I like, but some people will, of course. So, like I say, we'll kind of check it out. So we got massive black alloy wheels. These would have been factory. After a bit of digging around and kind of getting the rain off, 22-inch alloy wheels. And we have got a fresh set of Continental tyres all the way around, so that is a nice feature. We did actually kind of negotiate up a little bit with the person who's selling this to us, which has come from a local person via our Cars Bought for More service, which is great. We love to buy cars that way, so if you are looking to sell your car, especially if you've got something nice like this, a lovely, nice 18-plate Range Rover Velar on 57,000 miles. This sort of thing, it doesn't have to be a Range Rover. Your Fords, we just want to try and concentrate on buying nice cars. Then do head to our website, carsboughtformore.com. Of course, we've got the side steps as well. We might do a little bit of touching up because they always get worn on the little edges there. We've got rear privacy glass. So the whole back section is kind of blacked out, giving you a bit of privacy for anyone in the back. We do have a panoramic roof as well, so we'll show you that when we get inside. And also, being the 2-litre Ingenium engine, it's actually, quite economic as well, and a great all-rounder. So we'll hop inside and we'll check out some of the features in there. So inside, it is just as nice as the outside. It's not quite as big as you expect, but then this isn't a Range Rover Sport. It's not a full-size Range Rover. This is, as I say, kind of based on the F-Pace, so it's that in-between size, which probably suits a lot of families, to be honest. The thing that I said was a bit of a gripe, for me, is these screens in here. All the controls, we've got very minimal dials, which some people are going to love. It's like a Scandinavian house. But it does mean that it's a bit complicated. It's a bit like a Tesla in here. If you want to do something, if you want to change your fan speed, it can be a bit tricky. So if I turn our ignition on, which is another gripe, I have to say. I'm not really selling this car to you, am I? But, hopefully that will give me some credit, because I'm not just trying to sell a car to you. I just want to give you my opinions on it. Your start button is in here, so you can't really just reach it with a straight hand. You have to be able to do it in a certain way or go through like that. But I'm sure you get used to that. We'll press our screen and we'll turn our fan blowers down. We'll turn the volume down. The easiest way for me to turn the volume down is, so you've got up and down on here. It's kind of one big button, but it's like almost like a game controller. But if you want to turn the volume up, you can rotate like that, which is quite funky. And obviously you've got other things you can control on here, like your cruise control, your lane deviation, voice control. This kind of like diamond thing is probably your configurable control, so you can get that to do whatever you want, whether that be mute or whatever. Then we've got these two screens, which are very modern and smart looking, but the downside is when they're turned off, you tend to just see greasy fingerprint marks all over them, so you're going to want to carry around a cleaning wipe the whole time, really, to make this look at its best. Then if we're on a vehicle, for example, we can see a very nice picture of our car. Here are your different driving modes. They're all done through here. In years gone by, you would have had a dial in the middle. And I guess now I've seen it, I've figured out that's where my fans are. So if I want to control the fans, I have to press that first, and then I can turn it up or down via the dial, because otherwise if I turn that, it's just controlling the temperature. And if I want to do the heated seats, then I press the dial in and it will switch to seats. If you want to do all the climate control stuff, so change where it's blowing, you have to go to the climate section of the screen, and then you can choose it that way. As with all these things, as I said about Teslas, and as it's like when you get a new iPhone, everything takes a bit of learning to get used to it. Once you're used to it, I'm sure it's very straightforward, but there is a bit of a learning process. Our main screen, which will have our sat-nav and all that sort of stuff on it, which I don't even know how we select that. Oh look, we've got off-road information, low traction launch and all this sort of stuff. Look at that, you can lock your diff. This kind of angles out the dashboard, and I'm sure we can adjust it somehow. Screen angle, here we are. There we are. If you want it tucked away flat, because you prefer it to look flat and flush in here, but you can't actually see the screen, then you can do that. Or you can angle it all the way to there. Seems to be about the maximum, which might be a bit too much. As of all these things, it makes sense for them to have it in here because it's, you know, useful technology, I guess, but sometimes it can feel a bit fussy, to be completely honest with you. But all depends what you like. Interior-wise, we've got a kind of like half Alcantara, half leather interior in here, which is actually really nice. Really nice light stitching, nice leather steering wheel. Of course, you've got your cruise control, you've got your climate control, you've got the lane deviation, all that sort of stuff that you would expect to have in here. When it comes to finish, we've got, it's quite plasticky dashboard, but this kind of texture section here is a real nice soft touch plastic of some sort, but makes it quite comfortable in here. Armrest in this leather, which is probably like a PU type of leather, is quite nice. I'm not sure if we have a sliding cover for our cup holder here. I guess we don't. Oh, there we go. We have an extra cup holder there as well. And then obviously we have an absolutely huge panoramic roof, which is partially open at the moment. So, touch of a button, we can open our blind. And if we were outside, which we're not, we would have a much brighter cabin in here. I used to be not such a massive fan of sunroofs and panoramic roofs because I felt like it's just too bright. But actually, when the weather's miserable like this, it can be like quite a nice feature to just brighten up the cabin. But if it's too strong and it's burning the back of your neck coming through your panoramic roof, you just press your button and your shade comes across. And this one's actually quite quick and quiet, which is nice. I'm relieved to see that it does go all the way to the front, seeing as it was about 10 inches open before and I hadn't checked it. So it's much the same in here. Actually looks like you've got quite a decent amount of legroom because I was quite comfortable in the front. I'm just shy of 6 foot and I got plenty of knee and headroom. We've got vent controls back here, but we don't have another set of climate control. Do we have a fold down armrest here? I think we probably do, but I'm not sure if I know how to operate it. And again, we may not. You say comfortably 2 adults in the back, and if you had 3 children, they'd fit in here as well. I think where this might be a good winner is the boot. And as you can see, we've still got our parcel shelf, which is always good to see. Let's get that out of the way, if I can figure out how it works. We do have a pretty decent size boot there. We do have a full-size spare wheel, a fueling kit, a jack, towing eye, all that sort of stuff. It's actually, you know, quite refreshing to see in a car these days that you've actually still got some kit to get you out of a spot of bother should you end up in it. So that is it for our 2018 Range Rover Velar. This particular one is on 57,000 miles. It has just arrived, so by the time you're watching this, it should just about be on our website, which you can find, berrowmotors.co.uk. It's going to be priced at just under £22,000, which I think is absolutely amazing value for something that looks this good, has that lower mileage, and it's just a great all-rounder family car. So highly recommend checking that out. Bit of a different one for this time, but I'd be interested to know in the comments whether you prefer a kind of walk around with me, looking at the cars that we choose for our car of the week, or if you prefer like a little feature video that we've done with our previous ones, you'll be able to find in the playlist, Car of the Week, where we actually take these cars out, drive them, you'll see drone shots of them, or whether you prefer me to just get in here and tell you about them. Let me know in the comments, because you are in the driver's seat and we will do whatever it is you prefer. that is it for this video. Thank you for putting up with me for a slightly different video, and we will see you this time next week. Bye-bye.